Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have swatches to share with you from the Deeva. This is her releases for September 2023, and the release is titled Fall into Fall. These are going live in the Deeva shop September 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I have 12 polishes to share with you today. There are a few extras that I do not have to show you that are going to be releasing on September the 8th, so be sure to head on over to her site and her Instagram to see all of the full releases that are going to be coming out. I also did want to make a quick note before we dive right in that I did use a thin coat of a neutralizing base coat for some of these swatches. I still have some of those red stains from that polish from forever ago. I didn't want that to affect the polishes here since some of them are more of a thinner opacity. I just wanted to be transparent about that before we go forward. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right in. First up, we're going to have a look at Apple Bottom Cider. This one is described as a delicate nude hue, which radiates a vibrant green and gold shift with eye-catching OG-UP. And for anybody that's not familiar, that is the original unicorn pea pigment. And this one glows in the dark. I will show you those swatches at the end. This had a wonderful, wonderful formula. It went on very smooth, very evenly. It is a bit sheer, it is a nude, and it is very, very delicate and dainty. I had absolutely no application issues here whatsoever. It went on very buttery smooth. This will dry with absolutely no texture, so it's going to be easy for you to remove. And that original unicorn pea pigment is so eye-catching. It is absolutely stunning. Up here, you're going to see the swatches with 3 coats and a glossy top coat. And then after, I have the glow-in-the-dark swatches. This is very reactive to glow-in-the-dark. I actually forgot I was wearing it several times, and it just kind of popped out at me when I would go from room to room. Up next, we have Trick or Treat Trails. This is another beautiful polish with the original unicorn pea pigment. This is another one that glows in the dark. It is a orangey base with red flakes, and that original unicorn pea pigment just pops off the nail in this combination. The formula on this was absolutely wonderful. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. It stayed where I put it. I didn't have to do any manipulation to get the flakes out. How you see them lay on my nail is just how they came out of the bottle. The unicorn, sorry, not the unicorn pea, the glow in the dark of this is absolutely spectacular. It is another one that just surprises me whenever you go into a dark room. It's one of those things you just don't remember you're wearing, and then it's like bam, like your hand is glowing. It's very fun. Like maybe I'm just easily amused, but I absolutely love glow in the dark polishes, and with this combination of a color base and the red flake. So pretty. Nothing in here is going to dry textured. Nothing in here is going to give you any kind of difficulty to remove. My final swatch here is 3 coats with a glossy top coat. And just to note, for the glossy top coat that I'm using for all these swatches is Deeva's own Speed. It is very, very speedy to dry, and it dries very shiny. I highly recommend it. Up next, we have Ptunia, and this is described as a vibrant violet polish that's bursting with the original unicorn pea pigment and holographic hexes. This can be worn in 1 coat, or you could wear it, build it up to most opacity in 3. This polish had a wonderful formula. I had to do no manipulation to get those blue hexes out of the bottle. How you see everything applied to my nail is exactly just dip the brush in and applied it straight to my nail. No tricks. This polish is going to dry with a little bit of texture. There are those hexes, but overall I'd say maybe a 3 on the difficulty scale to remove. It's not hard at all. This polish is super saturated with that unicorn pea pigment. It just pops off your nails. It is so sparkly. I absolutely love those little sparkles that the unicorn pea pigment has. And here's my final swatch with 3 coats and a glossy top coat. Up next, we have Let's Boo This. And this is described as a glorious manganese purple that holds a vibrant treasure of the original unicorn pea pigment. This polish, look at those little sparkles. Seriously, guys, just look at those tiny little sparkles in there. This polish blew me away. I'm pretty sure I called it a night for the night when I was swatching this one. I absolutely adored it. The formula on it was absolute perfection. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. I had no trouble. This polish isn't going to give you any trouble to remove either. It's going to dry with no texture. All you're going to need is one coat of a glossy top coat to shine it up, and you are going to be mesmerized by that twinkle. Look at all those different colors that are in there. I see green and like redishes and pinks and yellow. I absolutely adored this polish. It was so dainty, so beautiful, such a clean and delicate manicure. Up next, we have Cumberland Blues, and this is a thermal. This is described as a thermal that shifts from a captivating cornflower blue to a show-stopping colorless hue. It is a beautiful polish. It went on very smoothly and very evenly. Honestly, if this wasn't a thermal, I probably would really, really like it in one coat. It is just like such a perfect wash of a little bit of color, especially when it goes into the blue, and then those flakes that are in there are just so pretty, and they are very vibrant on the nail. I really liked it in one coat, but since it's a thermal, I kind of built it up because I wanted to experience the full, and definitely building it up makes it more with those flakes and those little black flakes that are in here. And here is it transitioning from cold to warm. I have all the swatches too. I have it in a collage, and then I space them out individually for you to get a good look at. The shift in here for the thermal, it was very reactive. I was swatching in the middle of summer, so I was using an ice pack, and it was very hot outside, so that's how I got it to shift, and I had really no trouble. It held it for a good amount of time for me to take the photos. This polish isn't going to be difficult to remove, and just one coat of a glossy top coat shines it right up. Up next, we have Till Death Do Us Part. This is a absolutely ridiculously glowing off your nail blue nail polish, and it has various hexes, and there are some stars in there. Now, for the stars, I didn't have any luck getting them out, so I did do a little bit of manipulation. You'll see the difference where I place them with my final swatch versus the live swatch. I did want just one on each nail, so I went in and I fished out a few. I didn't get any on my bottle. I didn't get any when I was just applying it. So I definitely wanted to showcase them, and I just thought they were really cute, so I wanted them on the nail. This polish applies absolutely wonderfully. I had absolutely no trouble. Look at how it glows. It is ridiculously beautiful, this polish. I would love it in one coat, but I did build it up to 3 here to show you. It is going to be a little bit more difficult to remove because of those glitters in there. I'd say it's maybe like a 5 or a 6. It wasn't terrible. And shined up with a one coat of a glossy top coat. Up next, we have Dragon Fruit Milk. This is part of the Milk line. This is described as magenta with detailed black micro elements. Now, first I did just one coat, and then you'll see the swatch of it in just one coat. You could definitely choose to wear this in 1, 2, or 3 coats. It depends on your personal preference. Here it is with one coat, no top coat. It's a beautiful, clean look on your nails. And then I'm going to go ahead and build it up to 3 coats so you can see what it looks like in 3. I didn't have to do any manipulation to get those black hexes or glitter out of the bottle. And this is just 3 coats. This will be a little bit more on the difficult side to remove, but again, not terrible. Probably another 3. They're very little, and they're not like overly done, so it didn't take too much to remove. Here you have 3 coats of dragon fruit milk and a glossy top coat. Up next, we have another milk, and this is Galaxy Milk. This is part of the milk base coat line that Deeva has, except this one has a little bit of a different, it's got multi-chrome sparkles in there. It is absolutely beautiful. I did build it up to opacity in 3 coats, but you can see here just what it looks like in 1. Those little sparkles are so dainty and so sparkly on your nail. It's just that perfect little wash of sparkle that I absolutely adore to wear. Like for a quick manicure, this is absolutely perfect. The formula, no surprise, absolutely wonderful, very smooth and easy to apply. I had absolutely no issues. This polish is not going to give you any difficulty to remove, and I used just 1 coat of a glossy top coat to shine it up and make it nice and shiny. So here you have 3 coats of Galaxy Milk. Up next, we have Aurora Milk, and this has a Crelly formula. It is described as having pink and gold color shifting pigments. This polish is absolutely spectacular. When I swatched this, I was like, nope, I'm done for the night. I do not want to take this off. Nothing can make me take this off. I was so in love with this. It is beautiful. It has a fantastic formula, buttery smooth. It glides on the nail. It is even, and there's no brush strokes. This polish is not going to dry with any texture. It's not going to give you any difficulty to remove. It is just going to glow off of your nail. It is just spectacular. I fell absolutely in love with this one. And I'm showing it to you here in 3. And you can definitely wear it in just 1 for a quick wash of color. Up next, we are going to look at some cream polishes, and this is Hot Cocoa, and it is a beautiful cocoa shade. It is a buttery, smooth formula. I only needed 2 coats to reach full opacity. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. I had no running, no pooling. I had no staining. This polish is a gorgeous shade of brown. It is definitely a staple for the fall time of year. For so many manicures, you can use this as a stamping base or just wear it alone. It is gorgeous. It didn't stain, and it's not going to give you any difficulty to remove. Just 1 coat of a glossy top coat makes it nice and shiny. Up next, we have Chianti. I hope I'm saying that right. And it is a beautiful, classy, deep, burnt red. This had a spectacular formula. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. It just had, Deeva's creams are just so buttery smooth. They are effortless to apply. This polish didn't give me any trouble. No running, no pooling, no staining. I just needed 2 coats to reach full opacity here, and it is not going to give you any kind of difficulty to remove whatsoever. Up next, we have Gourds, and Gourds is described as an army green. This polish had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. It did not stain. This polish I can also see as a beautiful base. You know what I always love to do in the fall? I always love to do camo manis, and this would make an absolutely beautiful base for camo stamping, or if you freehand it. This would be a lovely base. I had no running, no pooling, no staining, easy, buttery smooth formula. Nothing in here is going to dry textured or give you any difficulty to remove. One coat of a glossy top coat makes it nice and shiny and long lasting. All right, I saved my favorites for last. This was pumpkin spice. Now, I am not a pumpkin spice girl. I do not drink it in coffee or anything, but this, get on my nails. This is a beautiful, beautiful orangey color. It is a bit of a jelly kind of formula. It's squishy and shiny. It is just so lovely. The formula on it was perfection. It went on so smoothly, so evenly. Nothing in here stained. Nothing in here will be difficult to remove. One coat of a glossy top coat shined it right up. Just look at how pretty that is. Such a gorgeous shade. I loved this. Alright guys, that wraps up the offerings that I have to show you for the Don Deeva's September releases. These will be going live September 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time in the Don Deeva shop. I will have all the information that you need linked in the description box down below. Let me know what your favorite is. Let me know which ones you're picking up. Let me know absolutely anything, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.